Good morning, students. In today's session, I am going to work out only problems on the three operations of sets, that is the union, intersection as well as the difference of the sets. Now, first problem, here in the previous session I had taken only two sets here, A and B or X and Y like that. I had calculated the union and intersection. Now, in today's session, I am considering more than two sets, maybe three or four sometimes, and we will be calculating the sum or not the difference here, sometimes the difference, sometimes the union, sometimes the intersection. So, whatever has been asked in the particular problem, you have to calculate. But be careful when you copy the elements that have been given in the sets here. So, first problem is like this. The first problem, the set A contains 1, 2, 3, 4. Set B contains 3, 4, 5, 6. Set C contains 5, 6, 7, 8. And there is one more set D which contains 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, we have to calculate whatever quantities have been asked in the problem, we have to calculate. So, these are the things that have to be calculated. First one, A union B. Second one, B union C. Third one, A union C. Fourth one, B union D. And fifth one, A union C union D. So, I am considering only union for this particular problem. So, here for the same data is same sets I am considering, we have to calculate the union of any two sets here. The last one, union of three sets we are considering. So, let me take the first one, A union B. That is, union means you take all the elements which are present in both the sets. 3 and 4 have been repeated in both of them. Therefore, we need to write two times here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then omit this one, it is 5, 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, these are the elements which are present in the union of A and B. Now, come to the next part. B union C. Again 5, 6 have been repeated. So, write only once, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, come to the third one. These are all, if one is asked, no, it's a 1 mark question. So, you have to write it within 1 minute. That's only that time is allotted for us. Now, A union C, be careful. A is first set, C is the third set. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. No element is repeated. We don't have any common element. So, write all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, here all the four. So, totally there would be 8 elements. Then next is B union D. Again, B contains 4 elements, D contains 4 elements, no element is repeated. So, it would be like this. We start with 3, 4, 5, 6. Then write here 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So, here all the 8 elements would be present because we don't have any common element. Now, come to the last one. A union C union D. Actually, which property does it resemble? It resembles the associate property. Associative property means there would be 3 sets here. So, taking in whatever order you take, the result would be same. So, that is what we have to find out here. So, the bracket has not been given. If you want, you can write like this. Sometimes they ask you, prove the associative property, prove the distributive property, prove the commutative property. Here, they have not simply given A union C union D. If you want, you can write inside the bracket. That is, you can combine C and D first, then you can combine with A, or else as you know that associative property holds good in the case of union. You can take A and C together and then you can add the set, the other set D. But here any order, any way you will be getting the same result here. First I am combining C union D. That is, let me write A as it is. A means it is a set containing 1, 2, 3, 4. Now union C union D. Look at this one. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 7, 8 repeated. So I can write only once 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I write here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this is C union D, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A has been taken as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now again we are considering the union means it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all the elements that are present in all the 4 sets, no, they have come in this particular union. So, or if you taken A union C first, that would become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then if you combine with D, then also you would have got the same elements. So this is how. So when the set is given here, or it may be more than 2 sets here, 3 or 4 sometimes will be given, you will be asked to find out the union or the intersection or the difference, like that. Each problem would be different. So you have to be familiar with the definition of all the properties. Now let me move on to the next problem. The second set of problem. A is containing 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. The set B contains 7, 9, 11, 13. Set C contains 11, 13, 17 and we take 15 only, so that there will be some common elements. D contains 15 and 17. We could have taken 17 also, no problem. Here I want to calculate the intersection, and what are the different sets I am grouping here. First I want to calculate A intersection B. Second one B intersection C. Third one C intersection D. Fourth one A intersection C. And the last one, fifth one, B intersection D. Now these are the 5 different intersections. The sets are same, but I am taking the intersection. Now let me take one by one. Intersection means we have to take only the common elements. Take the first and the second set here. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 7, 9, 11, 13. See, these 3 are present in both the sets. So we have to take only the common elements. In other words, this contains 7, 9 and 11. So directly you can write. You have to look at the element that have been present here. So omit the elements which are present only in A or B and take only those elements which are present both in A as well as in B. Now come to the second set, B as well as C. 7, 9, 11, 13. Here 11, 13, 15. You observe that 11 and 13 are common to both the sets here. So this set B intersection C contains 11 and 13. Now come to C intersection D, that is 11, 13, 15, 15 and 17. So it becomes a singleton. It contains only one element, it is a singleton. Now take A intersection C, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and this contains 11, 13, 15. What is a common element? Again it is only one element, that is 11. So both the C intersection D, A intersection C, both of them they are containing only one element, it is singleton. Now what is the other one? B intersection D, that is this set and this set, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 and 17. Is there any common element? We observe that there is nothing in common for both the sets. So what I write? I write it as 5. or I can write the empty brackets. Don't write 0 in between. You have to write either the empty brackets or use the regular notation phi, which denotes that it is an empty set. Now we move on to the next problem. So sets are different, and whatever operations will be asked, no, you have to find out that one. Now take the next set of problem. Let the set A contain the elements 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. A is containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 elements here. And set B contains 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So it is containing 5 elements here. And set C contains 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And let the set D contain the elements 5, 10, 15, 20. Now look at the elements here. The elements of sets A, B, C, D, there are a particular type of numbers we are considering. 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. All of them are multiples of 3. These are multiples of 4. 4 2s are 4 3s are 4 4s are 4 5s. And these are multiples of 2 also, I can say. And these are the even numbers lying between 2 and 10. And this is, you can see, multiple of 5. Multiple of 3, 4, 2 and 5, I can say. So there are 7 elements and 5 elements, 5 elements, and here 4 elements. What is it we are asked to calculate here? Let us try to find out these quantities. Carefully you find out. First one, the difference I am calculating here. See, in the first set of problem, I calculated union. In the second set, I calculated the intersection. Now I am considering the difference. A minus B, B minus C, then C minus D, fourth one, D minus A, and fifth one, B minus D. B minus D. Here the order is important because A, as you know, I told you already, the difference of two sets is not commutative. So A minus B cannot be equal to B minus A. Therefore, the A minus B means the elements which are present only in A but not in B. And B minus C, elements which are present only in B but not in C. Elements which are present only in C but not in D. Elements which are present only in D, not in A. Here B minus D, elements which are present only in B but not in D. So you have to be careful to see the order here. Order is important. So let me take the first and the second set. The elements which are present only in A. Here you observe 12 is present here. That's the only common element, isn't it? 3, 6, 9, 15, 18, 21. These are the elements which are present in only in A but not in B. 12 is the only common element. In other words, when you are finding the difference, you omit the intersection part of that one. So how do you write this one? Write it as 3, 6, 9. Don't write 12 there. It is 15, 18 and 21. Now let me come to B minus C. The elements should be present only in B but not in A. What are the common elements? 4 is there, 8 is there, and then that's all. So what are the elements which are present only in B means it is 12, 16 and 20, because the first two elements, they are already present in the set. So I can write 12, 16 and 20. Now come to the third part. C minus D. The element should be present only in C but not in D. What are the common elements here? Look at the common elements. The idea becomes clear. See, 10 is present in C as well as in D. So that element has to be omitted. The other 4 elements, so they are present only in C but not in D. Therefore, I can write C minus D containing 2, 4, 6 and 8. So this is how we have to write. Now D minus A, be careful, you have to go in this order. The element should be present only in D but not in A. What are those elements? 5 is not there, 10 is not there, but 15 is here as well as there, and 20 of course is not there. So what does D minus A contain? It contains 5, 10 and 20, because 15 is a common element. It is a multiple of 3 as well as multiple of 5. So it becomes a common element which has to be omitted. So it is 5, 10 and 20. What is the last one? B minus D. It should be present only in B but not in D. What are those elements? 4 is not here, 8, 12, 16, but 20 is present in B as well as in D. So the other 4 elements, 4, 8, 12, 16, I can write here. 4, 8, 12, 16. You have to write. If you find difficult to write the answer directly, there is another method. See, you can do like this. I show the method for one problem. The same way, if you want, you can write here. Now, first we write A minus B like this. Write the elements of A, that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and 21. Now minus, you write 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Some do like this. Actually, directly you can write the answer. Now cancel those elements which are common, that is 12 and 12. Isn't it? All the remaining elements are there, 3, 6, 9, 15, 12 and 21. After cancelling the common element 12, you write only the elements which are present here, that is 3, 6, 9, 15, 18 and 21. So better, instead of writing all these things and cancelling like that, you look at the elements. Actually remember like this. In the first set, you cancel the common element. That is how you have to remember. A minus B means the elements which are in the first set, not in the second set. So just to cancel the common element, the remaining elements have to be written like this. So this is how we find the difference of any two sets. So in the case of union or intersection, the order is not important. If they have given A union B, even if you read B union A also, the answer would be correct. Whereas in the case of the difference, you have to take the order. Order is very important. A minus B is given, you have to take A minus B only. If B minus A is given, you have to take only B minus A, because both of them, A minus B, B minus A, they are two entirely different operation is same, they are two entirely different sets. They will not be having any common element. Now let us move on to the next one. Here set A contains, I am giving the set, expressing the set in the form of, in the set builder form. X is a natural number. X is a natural number. The set A. Set B is X contains, A contains all X such that X is an even natural number. X is an even natural number. Now set C contains all X such that X is an odd natural number. Odd natural number. Now set D contains all X such that X is a prime number. X is a prime number. Now this is how the sets have been defined. Now here there is no need to write the actual elements. Without that, directly you can write the answer. But for our convenience sake, we can write the elements. set of first set is a natural number means the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. All of them you observe they are infinite set, not the finite sets here. Even natural number means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. These are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. It is prime number. So, 2, 3, 5, 7, then 11, 13, 17, etc. You observe all of them are infinite sets here. So, we are supposed to find out some particular sets here. First one is A union B. First one, A union B. Look at the sets here. X is a natural number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is a set containing only the even numbers. And all the even numbers are natural numbers here, what we have taken. That means that B becomes a part of A. That is, B is a subset of A. That means A union B contains all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, directly you can write that to B equal to A. Or you can write the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Write it as A. Next is B union C. Take this one. B union C. B is containing all the even numbers. C is containing all the odd numbers, all the odd numbers, natural even numbers. That means it becomes again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. which is nothing but the set A. So, A union B if you take, it becomes A. B union C also, it becomes the set A. Next is, I am taking B intersection C. B intersection C. Look at this one. Even without writing the roster form, you can write the answer. B is containing all even numbers. C is containing all odd numbers. Naturally, there is no common element for both the sets B and C. Hence, it becomes a null set. For B and B union C becomes the set of natural numbers, or in this case, it becomes a set A. Whereas, B intersection C becomes a null set. Now, take A intersection B. A intersection B. A is a set containing only the natural numbers. B is a set containing the even numbers. That is, A intersection B is containing 2, 4, 6, etc. It is nothing but the set B. So, when you take A union B, it becomes the original set, A set A, because B is a subset of A. Now, A intersection B, if you take here, it becomes B is a subset of A. When you take the intersection, it becomes a set B itself. Now, you take A intersection C. A intersection C. A contains a natural number, C contains the odd natural numbers. Naturally, the common elements would be the set of the odd numbers. It is nothing but C. So, directly you can write. Now, next one is A union we'll be calculating one more thing here. Let me calculate B intersection D. Till now I have not come to the set D here. D is a set containing only the prime numbers here. I am taking B and D. Look at the elements of B. It is containing the even natural number. D is containing the prime number. But you know that 2 is the only one even prime number. All the remaining prime numbers are odd numbers. So, when you take the intersection of B and D, intersection of B and D. So, what are the common elements? Only 2 and here. So, it becomes a singleton. So, B intersection D becomes a single set. Singleton. Now, one more set I am considering with this sets here. C intersection D. Look at the elements of C and D. C is a set containing the odd natural number. D is a set containing the prime number. Now here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It is consecutive odd numbers we are having. Whereas here it is not consecutive. 2, 3, 5. Of course, I am considering only the prime numbers here. 2 is the only one even prime number. Observe, all the remaining prime numbers are odd numbers. So how do you write this one? I am considering C intersection D. C intersection D. How do you write? You need not write the elements here. You can write 3, 5, then 7, like that you can write, because that contains the prime odd natural number, but the 9 is not a prime number here. 3, 5, 7, they are common here. Afterwards, no, the remaining numbers would be prime numbers. So you have to write in the set builder form, C intersection D contains all x such that you have to write like this: x is an odd prime number. X is an odd prime number. Otherwise, you have to go on writing 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 like this. It becomes an infinite set. So write in sentence, that is always better. C intersection D is an odd prime number, because 2 is not included. It's an odd prime number. Now, okay, I'll continue in the next session. In the next session also, you come prepared with the knowledge of the properties of the union intersection, because we are going to prove certain properties, the associativity or the distributivity. This could be expected for a higher mark question. They ask you show that A union B union C equal to A union B union C, like that. So go through all the properties which I have given in the earlier session, and then come prepared so that you can understand whatever calculation I do on the board. Now you can follow it carefully. Thank you.